Hello, YouTube land, and welcome back to the Chaos Asylum. I'm your host, Alex Payne, and today is Monday Night Raw Reactions. So, we kick off the show with Sasha Banks, the new WWE Women's Champion, coming down, talking about how she loves Eddie Guerrero, how she watched him when she was a kid, and today is Eddie's birthday, so happy birthday to Eddie Guerrero. Long live Viva la Raza, Latino Heat, Eddie Guerrero. Love you, man. So then Charlotte comes out because Sasha Banks made a pretty interesting challenge. She's like, well, we have a match at Hell in a Cell for a rematch. She's like, how about we just do it inside Hell in a Cell for the first time ever? Charlotte comes out. She's like, yeah, I'm down with that. I'm down with that. And then who comes out? Rusev Potria, Rusev Katra. So he comes out. He's trying to say stuff. Everybody's interrupting each other. Lana gets knocked out of the ring. So does Rusev by a double drop kick. And then Rusev tries to get back in the ring to go after the girls. Roman Reigns comes out. And everybody just walks away. No fighting, no none. So that leads up to a match for later on tonight. It's going to be a mixed tag match. WWE United States Champion Roman Reigns teaming up with WWE Women's Champion, the boss, the legit boss, Sasha Banks, taking on Charlotte and Rusev. So then we kick off the first match with the New Day taking on, well, not New Day, but pretty much Kofi Kingston taking on Cesaro. This match went back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. At one point, like, Xavier and Big E was over here, and he came out. Cesaro came out of the ring. He's like, come on, let's go. All three of us. He's like, what? Where the heck's Sheamus? Sheamus is over on the steps on Facebook now, or whatever it's called. So then Sheamus picks up Francesca. Xavier gets mad. He pushes Xavier. Big E takes out Sheamus, distracts pretty much Cesaro from. He's looking out, going, "Oh my God!" He's trying to do the Cesaro swing. Gets rolled up 1, 2, 3. He loses, and Kofi Kingston wins. When we come back, it's a women's match between Bayley and a rookie. Bayley just destroys this girl, hits her with the Bayley to belly. 1, 2, 3. She wins the match, and then gets attacked from Dana Brooke from behind and hits her in the neck. Whatever. Let's see. Well, then we had a cruiserweight tag team match, which had Sin Cara and his partner versus two other guys. I'm terrible with their names. But this match went back and forth, high-flying action. Ended up with Sin Cara's one partner doing a 450 splash. 1, 2, 3. Sin Cara and his partner win. Then there was a talk on EPSN or whatever about Goldberg talking about who he'd want to face if he ever came back to WWE. He said, there's a proof that a lot of people that he would want to face. But he would want to give Brock Lesnar another chance. So then they showed later tonight, Paul Heyman's going to be talking about to react to that. Then Mick Foley is going to be making a Hell in a Cell address. So then the Hell in a Cell address comes out. And Stephanie comes out with him. He announces pretty much that the Women's Championship match, the United States Championship match, and the WWE Universal Championship match, all three matches will be put in Hell in a Cell. And then pretty much... Wait a minute, something's going on real quick.
No, I've always believed in you.
What?
If you believe me, I can ask Mick Foley to put some tag team match tonight. Because I don't think any tag team can outlast the Outcasts.
Who we face doesn't matter at all.
Oh? Mm-hmm.
It's Bo and Axel. They all fall.
They all fall. They all fall. Yeah. So then Kevin Owens comes out with Chris Jericho. You know, Chris Jericho's got Jericho's list. He puts Mick Foley on it a couple times. Puts Stephanie on it. Then she said, well, you know what? To make it interesting, how about since you're facing since Jericho, you're facing Seth Rollins tonight in the main event. If you win, you get added to the championship match to make it a triple threat match. And then we will go back to pretty much Seth Rollins in the back to get his reactions. And he pretty much says that he's done being pretty much, he's glad he's no longer part of the machine that Triple H has and whatnot. And that it doesn't matter because that Hell in a Cell will become new Universal Champion. Then we come back from commercial and we have a tag match. It's Enzo and Kaz taking on Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel. There we go. So pretty much the tag team match never got started because Enzo Amore and Big Kaz got in the ring. They were doing their whole, my name is Enzo Amore, and they get attacked from behind by the Club. Enzo gets the boot of doom, and then Big Kaz gets the Magic Killer. As Bo and Axel just stands outside going, okay, whatever. So pretty much Axel and Bo Dallas, they're like, you know what, we want a match, we're still out here, come on, Mick, bring someone out here. So then he brought out two more people, which was Sami Zayn and Neville. So what happened is that they came out, Bo was dominating for a little while, then, Curtis Axel tagged in, did all moves, Hanuva kick, red arrow, 1, 2, 3. And Bo and him lose. And then it goes to the backstage. And backstage where Charlotte's stretching out. And Charlotte's stretching and Lana comes back. She's like, I'm not a very jealous woman, but you better win this match. Well, the next matchup was R-Truth taking on Titus O'Neil. Titus dominated for a little bit. Then what's his name? Goldust came up and was getting the crowd going. Roll up, 1, 2, 3. R-Truth wins. So then we're in the back with T.J. Parker, the current Cruiserweight Champion, talking to the Brian Kendrick. And they start talking. And he's like, yeah, I would have gave you a title shot whenever you wanted it, buddy, just because you are the Brian Kendrick. He's like, remember when you bought me my N64 broke and you bought me another one? Yeah. He's like, that's all I want is the Brian Kendrick back. Shook hands, and then he popped him in the face and walked away. I done. Braun Strowman, again, takes on, not one this time, two people. They call themselves the Splash Brothers. And they're trying to take him on. One's on his back, one is in the corner, got squished. Got thrown off. Braun Strowman did a double drop kick. Power slam, reverse choke slam. 1, 2, 3. Braun Strowman wins. So pretty much Braun Strowman said he don't care if Mick Foley would bring out 20 men. They'd all be lying in the ring in a body of heap. He told Foley to get him real competition or there's going to be consequences. So there we go. So they're telling us that if we want to play as Bill Goldberg in the new WWE 2K16 game, that you have until midnight tonight to go to GameStop and pre-order the WWE 2K16 game. 17 game, sorry. And then they go to the backstage where they have zoomed in on the WWE Women's Champion, and there it's Sasha Banks. And then Roman Reigns is like, hey, how you doing? You ready for tonight? She's like, I'm born already. He's like, just to let you know, that Hell in a Cell match ain't nothing to be playing around. She's like, I know what I'm getting myself into. Believe that. So, the next matchup was Sasha Banks, Roman Reigns, taking on Rusev and Charlotte. Rusev wanted to start the match off. Charlotte blind tags Rusev. He gets mad. Charlotte and Sasha go around the ring, and then she gets blind tagged. This goes on for a couple minutes. And then Rusev starts beating up on Roman for a bit. And then a couple things happen. Roman goes for a Superman punch. Charlotte grabs her feet. Sasha Banks comes around, knocks her down. Roman knocks Rusev out of the ring. They're both just landing there going, what the crap? Went to commercial break. So we come back, and Roman Reigns is getting a headlock on him, and he gets up, reverses it. Superman punch. everybody's down. Then they finally go over to their respectable people. Charlotte blind tags in, starts beating up on Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks is reversing everything, nailing everything. And I love when not Charlotte, but when Becky grabs, not Becky Lynch, dance. Sasha Banks grabs you and goes, nope! Hits the Banks statement. Roman Reigns jumps over, legit jumps over her, spears Rusev, and Charlotte's tapping up. So you're the champion team. Roman Reigns and Sasha Banks wins.
That's not even a question. That's jargon.
So we go back to backstage, and there's Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho just talking away. He gets a couple questions answered. They're like, you stupid idiot, no! And he asks, well, how do you feel about Kevin Owens not coming to help you, Jericho? Oh, we already talked about that. And if one of us is the WWE Universal Champion, we're both WWE Universal Champion. He's like, now get out, you stupid idiot. He's like, you know what? You just made the list. And now, Paul Heyman is on his way out to talk about what Brock wants to do. I don't know. Pretty much Paul Heyman's coming out to talk about what Goldberg said. And for tomorrow night, since Luke Harper made his return last night at No Mercy, it will be an epic tag team match. It will be Luke Harper and Bray Wyatt taking on the Demon Kane and Randy Orton. So Paul Heyman comes out and he's all like, well, my client Brock Lesnar is on the cover of WWE 2K17. Take a look at this clip. The clip is of the game of Brock Lesnar versus Bill Goldberg. Then he's talking about, how parallel Goldberg's career was to Brock Lesnar's, and how he pretty much wants Brock Lesnar to challenge Bill Goldberg to a match, any place, anywhere, anytime. Because that's one blemish on Brock Lesnar's record that he wants to make go away. And I like what Paul Heyman said too. He's like, in Suplex City, Bill Goldberg, you're next. And then the next matchup is going to be CJ Parker taking on somebody, and Brian Kendrick's after on the commentating table. Here we go. So it's TJ Parker versus Daivari. This match was pretty quick paced. It was high flying moves. He went for his knee bar. Daivari reversed. Daivari had a super kick, a couple moves. TJ Perkins kicked out. And so then did a couple more moves. TJ Parker got him into the knee bar thing again. He tapped out. Next matchup is going to be Chris Jericho taking on Seth Rollins. And if Chris Jericho can win, he will be added to the WWE Universal Championship inside Hell in a Cell. And Stephanie was backstage saying, well, I can't do nothing once the gates close if it becomes a triple threat match. Friendship, pretty much saying 2-on-1, pretty much. And whatnot. And Jericho's telling her, oh, your name was about to be on the list, but I didn't take it off, so yeah. Breaking news! Bill Goldberg's going to be showing up next week on Monday Night Raw to answer Paul Heyman's question. Yeah! So Seth Rollins legit gets in there, and he legit starts beating up Chris Jericho with this scarf on. And then Seth takes it off and wipes his butt with it, throws it in his face, starts beating him up. Seth is dominating this match. And whatnot. And then Kevin Owens' music hits. And he's like, what the hell? And then Jericho does that suplex onto the top rope. And Seth Rollins just got cleared from a rib injury, and he rolled outside and went to commercial break. So let's see what happens. So this match goes on. Chris Jericho works on Seth Rollins' ribs for a very long time. He would go up to Seth would go to the top rope, try to do crossbody. Chris Jericho reversed into a drop kick. The abdominal stretch, the walls of Jericho, a knee to the stomach when he hit the ropes. Anything to work on the ribs. And then eventually it came down to, like, you know, Jericho reversing the pedigree, and then him trying to put the wall of Jericho in. Excuse me, and then Seth Rollins would roll him up. 1, 2, 3. Seth Rollins wins, which keeps that keeps the WWE Universal Championship a one-on-one match. So Kevin Owens just starts attacking Seth Rollins out of nowhere. And he tries to give him the pop-up powerbomb. Doesn't work. Tries to go for a pedigree. Jericho blindsides Seth Rollins. Jericho throws him off the ropes. And he gets pedigreed, and Seth Rollins walks away. So that's the ending to Monday Night Raw. What did you think of Monday Night Raw? Did you think it sucked? Did you think it rocked? Leave it in the comments below. So, leave a comment. Hit that like button. If you haven't done it already, smash that subscribe button. Whoosh. Later.